What's up, everybody? This is Missy with Lansing Hoops, and this is the third week of our core challenge. This week, I'm going to share with you some inside tips that I have for finally learning how to nail chest hooping and shoulder hooping. I have two hoops with me today. This is a 36-inch HDPE hoop, and it has grip on the inside, which will make it a little bit easier to use on your shoulders and your chest. I also have this extra large heavyweight hoop. This is about 42 or 43 inches, and it's 160 PSI. There's a lot of weight in this hoop, and that's gonna help me out today when I'm showing you the different chest and shoulder hooping moves. If you're not sure, or if chest and shoulder hooping is really hard for you, go with a bigger hoop. I'm going to start with this hoop here today. So remember, we've been talking about the 3 rules of hoop piece. P for pulse, E, take it easy, and ACE, keep your abs and your core engaged. Today, we're going to start just like this with our arms inside of the hoop and our hands underneath holding it flat. I want you to get used to having your hoop on your body like this and pushing it back and forth. Just holding on, we're not gonna let go. I just want you to feel how it feels on your shoulders. Wherever it's resting right now, that's where the hoop will end up hitting when you go to move into shoulder hooping. So remember, the P in hoop piece is to pulse. So when we're shoulder hooping, what that means is that our shoulders are pushing the hoop just like this. We're not making big round circles with our shoulders, nor are we moving back and forth really big like this. Our shoulders are just slightly pushing. One of your shoulders will pull the hoop backward, and the other one will help stabilize and push the hoop forward. Most of the time, you will chest and shoulder hoop in the same direction that you naturally waist hoop. Most of the time, if you're right-handed, that will be that you spin left. And if you're left-handed, you'll spin right. Put the hoop on your body now, remembering the first rule of hoop piece is the P, take it easy, and work on pushing the hoop around your shoulders just one time. Pull with one arm, push with the other. Now, you can see that I'm using my second arm to help direct the hoop around my body. What I mean by my second arm is, when I put my hoop on my shoulders like this, the hoop spins to the right. My second hand is my right hand, because as the hoop comes around my body, that's the second side that it hits. So what I'm doing is I'm using the second side to help pull the hoop around my body. My first side, my dominant hand, stabilizes and gives the hoop just a slight push. Wind up and pull. Remember, turning with the hoop can help slow it down and give you some extra time to make these techniques work. Remember, the E of hoop piece is to take it easy. So stay relaxed and don't try to force the hoop too hard around your body. Be able to respond without reacting, nice and easy. And the last rule of hoop piece, the ACE, to keep your abs and your core engaged. So just like prior weeks, we're going to keep our backs straight and our tummies and our bottoms sucked in, keeping our neck in line with our spine and standing straight. Up and down without wiggling. You can see when I wiggle, the hoop starts to move all over. So stand up straight and keep your abs and your core engaged. Once you've practiced a little bit with shoulder hooping and you're ready, you can try to move into chest hooping. Shoulder hooping is similar to chest hooping. The main difference is that your arms are outside of the hoop rather than inside of the hoop. So with shoulder hooping, the hoop is like this, And with chest hooping, the hoop is like this. So go ahead now and put the hoop on your chest with your hands on top and your elbows above, outside of the hoop. Remember, pulsing, moving with the hoop, give it a wind up towards your dominant hand and spin. Push in your chest, push. Now remember, when we're pushing, we're only moving where we want the hoop to move, back and forth or side to side. You want to avoid making big circles with your shoulders like this or with your waist or your knees. Push in the chest, sort of like cat-cow if you're familiar with yoga. Put your hoop on your body, wind up, and push. You can see that I'm following the second rule of hoop piece by taking it easy or minimizing how much movement there is in my body. And lastly, following the third rule of hoop piece, the ACE, keeping my abs and core aligned. So when I am inside my hoop, I wind up. Everything stays stacked on top of one another. My head, neck, shoulders, chest, hips, everything is lined up. The minute that I slouch or disengage my abs, the hoop will start to fall here and come down. So when you're practicing chest and shoulders, stack up your spine, shoulders are over your rib cage is over your hips, wind up, give it a push. Okay, now it's your turn. Make sure you go practice chest and shoulder hooping, and next week we'll cover how to pull your arms in and out of the hoop. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments below or send me an email to missy@lansinghoops.com. If you're not already signed up for our core challenge, you can do so today at lansinghoops.com/core challenge to have this and several other on-body tips delivered straight to your inbox. See you next time. I always get nervous when there's other people around.
I'm sorry.
You're totally fine. Stay here because I need it. I do the same thing even when it's Dane, even when it's my kids.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I know, and no one ever is, and I still get nervous. It's okay, it's good for me, it's good. Exactly. It never bothers me when I'm like live though. All right, here we go.